Am I here? Yay, I am here. Okay, let's get started. Wingspan. Okay. Hi, I'm Sunny, and I'm going to be playing Wingspan on Steam with the Asia expansion. So let's get started. Play. Okay. Alright, custom game. Alright, me and 4 AI. We are all different colors. I am purple because that is my favorite color. Game mode, we're in regular mode. I tried duet once in the beta, but I didn't get how it worked, so I just play regular. Okay, our ranked goals, random order, all expansions. Let's get going. Why am I always last? This is the 3rd time in a row that I have attempted a stream with this game. The first one didn't save, the second one from yesterday did, yay. But all 3 of them I have been last. I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters in that the other players get first dibs at these birds down here, which, let's see what we've got. I love the black nudie, mostly because it's 9 points. It's not the best bird in the world because it's really expensive, but the power is decent, so maybe it's worth it. Alright, so what have we got here? Okay. Bonus cards. Birds with completely full nests. That could be fun. Consecutive birds in the forest with ascending or descending wingspans. Okay, in my stream yesterday I did the ascending, descending points in the grasslands. This is not exactly the same, but it's similar enough that I'll just do something different. So we want 7 birds with completely full nests. Let's see, so how does that align with the end of round goals? So we have I call these the Mexico nests. Like, my husband came up with it, but like, no, I've like taken it on because like this tree thing looks like the Mexican flag, and like, I don't know how to make it in my head go to what it's like actually called. I don't even know what tree nests, I would guess. I think this is a tree with a hole in it. Like, you know, when you're a kid and you're learning to draw, they teach you to draw a hole in the tree for the owl. So that's what it represents. But like, my brain just calls it the Mexico nest, even though that's not what it is. Okay, so that type of nest bird with eggs, that does not contradict this goal. Birds with no eggs, that completely contradicts this goal. So maybe we skip that one, and then eggs in bowl nests, and then birds in 1 row. Yeah, I can try and get 2 in 1 row for the first round, but I'm not gonna try that hard because it's only worth 4 points, and it's usually not, those 4 points are not usually worth the effort that you're putting into trying to achieve this goal, because really your goal for the first round should be starting to set up what you're going to do for the rest of the game. Oh, the cat wants to come in. The door behind me is open, so they can get in that way. So you want to set up your board. You want to get a bird probably in every habitat, but definitely at least in the forest and the wetlands. And you want to, you know, get started on what your plan is, if you're going to be going for bonus cards, or if you're going to want to try and, you know, get birds that complement each other, and work together. You just want to, you know, get yourself set up so that you're ready to, you know, get more resources for yourself to get the game going by round 2. So in spite of this 3rd end of round goal, I will try for the What the heck is that? The avian theriogenologist. There. Is that a real word? Like, is that really a real word? Theriogenologist. Like, I'm good with words. I'm someone who knows words, and I'm good with words. But the birds with completely full nest goal. That's what I'm calling it. Okay. Um, so I probably mostly want birds with small with yeah, like fewer egg slots, you know, so the European turtle dove only has one. But at the same time, want, I still want to give myself enough room to have enough eggs laid. Um, so let's see, what should I keep? I like the South Island robin, even though it has 5 egg slots, um, because it's a cheap bird that I can play in my forest to start get my food going. So it's a pretty decent power. If the previous player has a worm, then you get a free worm to cash, so that's just a point. Um, and, you know, worms are pretty good common food to have, so there's a decent chance that the person behind you will have that food. So I will take that. Um, I'm not in love with any of these other birds. The red knot, draw 1 new bonus card, then draw 3 birds and keep 1 of them. But I won't be able to play you right away because you cost 3 worms, and the most I can afford is 2 worms, 1 actual worm that I can take, and 1 from the nectar. The nectar is a wild for food, so it can count as anything. The American oyster catcher. This will give me 2 additional birds. I don't really love the white powers in the early game to start out, because because they only activate once when they're played, they're not necessarily super helpful. Like, they don't really help you necessarily get set up, like, because you can't activate them over and over again. Like, this one, you know, it gives me extra points every single time. When you're playing a bird in the early game, you're gonna get the opportunity to activate it many times, so you want one that's worth it. So I mean, I could not take any other birds. That also seems like a waste. I would really like 1 wetlands bird. In here, the only option is the black nudie, which I wouldn't be able to play for a while because it would take time to get 3 food. That's assuming that it's even still available. That's one that you want to play later game when you have the opportunity to save up some fish. So I do think that playing the American oyster catcher is probably the best bet, because it gives me extra bird cards right off the bat. It has 2 egg slots, so that will help make my goal of birds with completely full nests more achievable. I don't like that it and the South Island robin both require worms to eat. That means I can't, I would have to gain food. Do I consider the red-eyed vireo? Hey, it's normal cost. Okay, I would not be able to play the red-eyed vireo and the South Island robin in the same turn because I do not have any eggs, so it does not make sense. European turtle dove. Do I take you instead of the American oyster catcher? Okay. I get 1 new bonus card, and then I also get a resource. Either a food or an egg or a card. Is that better? than 2 cards, one of which is kind of my choice and the other one is whatever is left over. It has only 1 egg slot, so that will very easily help with my bonus card. Maybe you are a better choice. It also means that because it eats a grain, I can spend a nectar and a grain for it, and I'm not spending another worm. It means I can play both of these birds in my first 2 turns. And I do kind of like the idea of having a second bonus card. Because I only get 1 bonus card, I have no say in what it is, but it doesn't mean I necessarily need to go for it. I can just have it, and if it happens, it happens. Maybe it's a better bonus card than this one. Maybe it's one that aligns better with some of these other goals. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to take the South Island Robin and the European Turtle Dove. Maybe it'll be the bonus card, I forgot what it's called, but it's like if you have birds with geographical terms in their names, and South counts as a geographical term, and European counts as a geographical term. So there I'm already 2 birds in if I get that bonus card. It's one of, there's like a couple dozen bonus cards, so the chance of getting it. Oh, and I do get a 3rd food, I forgot. Because I'm only choosing 2 birds, I get to take 3 food in addition to this nectar that I'm given. I'm going to play them in my forest and my wetlands respectively. So I will want a bird that will live in the grasslands to be my 3rd bird. There's lots of birds that eat rats that live in the grasslands, so I'll just take a rat. Also, predatory birds that eat rats are likely to have smaller nests, so that can also help with my bonus card if I find a bird of that category. So let's go. Oh my gosh, the forest owlet. Oh, that is the cutest thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. I want to play my cards. I'm gonna play the European Turtle Dove first, because if a bird comes up in the wetlands that I really want, if I were to play the South Island Robin first, and a bird comes up that I really want to take, I only can draw 1 card. Versus if I play the European Turtle Dove, if I have him sitting here, I'm able to draw 2 cards. So it's not wasting a turn. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. 1 nectar and 1 grain. There we go.
European turtle dove. Turtle doves are a symbol of love in the Song of Solomon and the 12 Days of Christmas.
Alright, what's my other bonus card? Birds with the lots of eggs. Nests. Ground nests? I'm not sure. Okay. It does not really complement anything, but it's something I can kind of keep in the back of my mind. Let's see, both of these bonus cards, if I fully achieve them, I get 7 points each. This requires 7 birds, this requires 6 birds. So yeah, I'll just keep that in mind. I don't know if this is accurate or not. I feel like a lot of times the birds with this type of nest have a lot of egg slots, but I know that that's not always the case, and it could be like because the picture icon is 6 eggs, that could be like biasing my brain to assume that there's going to be lots of eggs. Because I can picture like in my head some birds with this type of nest that only have like a couple egg slots. So I don't know, let's see what happens. Okay, and I do get a bird card, an egg, or food. Birds in 1 row. I think I'm going to lay an egg, simply because I don't have anything planned for the grassland, so I won't be able to lay eggs for a while. I mean, I can lay eggs, but like I would only get one egg. You know, the same thing as if I hadn't played a bird in my wetlands, you only get one bird card. So, a similar scenario, yes, I can lay eggs on my nest turn, but I would only get one by default, and it's a waste of a turn. You want to be getting at least two. So now, if I really need to play a second bird in my other two habitats before I get a chance to get a bird in my grasslands, then I already have the egg set up for it. What I could have done instead, I guess assuming it's still available, if I had gained food, I could have drawn this gray warbler and played it and the South Island robin in a single turn. But that did not occur to me, and also I don't know if that it's necessarily even worth it. You know, it would already start contributing to the enclosure builder. See, those are words I can pronounce. The enclosure builder goal, because the star nest is a wild, it counts as any type of nest. So, but I did not choose to do that, and it does not make sense to try and do it now because I don't have the food to play both of these birds on the single turn anyway. So I'm just going to play my South Island robin now. I am in the grasslands, or the forest, correct? I don't want to play it in the wrong habitat. I've made that mistake before, and it's really annoying. Okay.
South Island robin. These robins search for insects on the ground, then cache extras on branches and in crevices.
Cute. That explains its power then. All right. So we are looking for birds with this type of nest. We are looking for good grassland birds. We are potentially looking for birds that can eat a rat, since I have one in my inventory. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna draw one from the deck and see what it is. White-faced heron. Oh, jeez. That's not really helpful to me. With 4 egg slots, that's hard to achieve with this bonus card. It does not help for this bonus card either. It's not playable in the grasslands. It's expensive food-wise. I don't think it's worth playing this one. I still kind of like the idea of the gray warbler because it gives me 2 birds in one turn, but I don't have a secondary bird that I would use with it. So I don't think it's worth picking up the gray warbler unless I already had a second bird planned to play along with it. Okay, the red junglefowl has potential. It can live in the grasslands, and it is this type of nest. It has a lot of egg slots. But I do get free eggs with its power if I have less than 6 eggs altogether, which I don't know how often that would happen if I'm going for this goal. But I mean, first of all, okay, so this goal, I need 7 or more birds with completely full nests. If I end up playing 8 or 9 birds, that doesn't mean, so I can have a couple birds that do not have completely full nests. So I'll plan to play the red junglefowl. See, the European turtle dove changed the course of my game because I don't know if I would have been as interested in it if it had not contributed to the enclosure builder. Bonus card. Okay, I do need to get food to be able to play the red junglefowl. I will also use that time by the time another turn has passed. Perhaps these birds might have changed up. There might be something else there that I want. Okay, I will get 2 nectar which means I need to play the red jungle fowl before the end of the round, or something else, or risk losing out on the nectar. And the previous player does have a worm, so that means I get an extra point. No one else wants the forest owlet or the many-colored fruit dove, which is just like it eats cherries and it looks like it's wearing cherries on its body. It's so pretty. Why does no one want it? It's not a bad power either. No, that's not what I wanted to click. So do I play the red jungle fowl now? I don't see any reason not to.
Red jungle fowl. Chickens were domesticated from this species of jungle fowl about 8,000 years ago.
Wow. I mean, it does look delicious. I'm just kidding. It's really pretty with all the different colors. Still nothing new in the tray, huh? I mean, there's nothing else to really do but gain more birds. I already have an egg, so I don't need more eggs at this time. I can start thinking about my eggs and bowl nest goal for the next round. The South Island Robin has 5 slots, so that's, if I could get that guy completely full, that could give me an edge toward that goal. And it would also help with this one, but I think it makes more sense to, you know, wait and focus more on eggs later on. So I would like to get another bird in my wetlands that actually has a power I can activate. Because I did get an advantage from the European turtle dove when I first played it, but now I'm not getting anything from it except it's taking up a slot in the wetlands, so I'm able to draw 2 cards instead of 1. But if I could get another bird here with a usable power. The white-faced heron, I'm just not crazy about that power. It's not a guarantee, first of all. Reset the bird feeder and gain any fish if there are any. But if there aren't any, then, like, the power doesn't do anything for you. So I prefer my birds to have more guaranteed powers if I can get them. Ooh. It's so pretty, but its face is so funny looking. Sri Lanka blue magpie. Round end, you may cache 1 food from your supply on each of your other birds. Wow, that requires you to have a lot of food in your supply, though. It's a high point bird, 9 points, so that in itself might make it worth playing, but it's also expensive with 3 different types of food. I'm gonna hold on to it. It might be one worth playing later on, but I'm not sure. I'm not trying to play it, I just wanted to look at it. I guess I didn't need to click, I just have to hover. Excuse me. I'm still learning the game on Steam. I've played it for years on iOS, but I've only played it on Steam a couple times. Alright, what's this one? Maltoni's Warbler. Ooh. Its red eyes are creeping me out. Yeah, there's a couple birds with this power, and it's one that, like, you really need to commit to. And sometimes I'm not ready to make the effort, and this is one of those times. I felt like this was a waste of a turn. I don't want either of these birds, and I didn't get anything else out of this. Oh, alright, the tray refreshed. Oh my god, that thing is so funny looking. The bearded reedling, oh my gosh. It's got a big mustache. Oh my gosh, that's such a funny looking bird. None of you guys are helpful to me. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can play this guy for the purposes of having points. It's possible that I will get more free food or just, you know, the opportunity to gain more food later in the game. And it's possible I'll have enough food to give away, but that's not a guarantee. If I have 2 turns left, if I am able to play it before the end of the turn, I will have 2 birds in 1 row. I don't know if anyone else already does or not. Maybe someone has 3 birds in 1 row. Who knows? You know, I might as well play it. It's only got 2 egg slots, so it can help me out with the avian blah 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 blah. So you know what? Sure. I'll take 2 nectar to go along with my rat. I will get an extra point. And I will use the egg that I had earlier from my European turtle dove to be able to play him. I'm just smiling at the bearded breedling because it's so silly and cute. Alright. No, not you. Alright, yeah, one thing I'm not used to yet with the Steam interface is like how sensitive it is to like my mouse movements. Like, right, my mouse is here. I move it over slightly and it already goes to the next bird. Like, because I'm not even, it's not even, you can't see my finger pointing on the screen, but it's not even in the middle of this bird, and then it moves to the next one. So I'm not crazy about that. I assume there's no way to change it, but I have not checked. So maybe there is. Okay. You eat 2 nectar and a rat. And I will spend this egg. There we go. All right, round 1.
Blue magpie. This intelligent corvid rubs caterpillars on branches to remove their hairs before eating them.
Cool. I can't activate its power because I have no food. Cash 1 from your supply, so don't. What? I mean, I can't do it. So I had to skip it anyway. It's weird. Usually it says nothing with available powers. Alright, so I gained 1 extra point for this bonus by having a second person. So like that's what I mean. Like it's not necessarily worth it to just go for that goal. Okay, we've got more birds now. The stork-billed kingfisher. Oh my gosh. These Asia birds, man, they're so funny looking. I love the wedge-tailed eagle. It's like I think I'm biased in favor of birds that eat 3 rats because I always like assume they're like super powerful. I mean, oftentimes they are. This one is interesting for its hunting power. You want the wingspan to be greater than 65 centimeters, but then you get 2 points if it is, versus most hunting birds. The bird it's hunting needs to be less than a certain centimeter, and then you tuck it, so that's only 1 point. So this one, like, yeah, it wins, it succeeds in its hunt less frequently, but when it does, you know, 2 points is better than 1, right? None of these birds in the tray contribute to this goal. Do I try for this eggs and bull nest ends of round goal? I can lay eggs twice for the red jungle fowl's power to activate. But still not a ton of eggs. I'm not sure that it's worth it. Alright, let's see what the deck has in store. Anything good? Stubble quill. Ugh. Okay, I mean, this is a bird I can hang on to for the whole rest of the game and play it at the end. because I don't have 6 food to discard. I like the idea of having enough extra food laying around so that I can fill its egg slots without having to lay eggs. It will help if I manage to do that. It can help with this bonus card, and it does this type of nest, so it will help with this bonus card. But there's no sense in playing it until I have a whole bunch of food stocked up. It really does not make sense to grab the wedge-tailed eagle. It costs 3 of the same food. So I would need 2 turns of gaining food to be able to play it. It would not be a smart choice. I'm gonna see what else is in the deck. Willet, okay. You are helpful to me. Thank you, Willet. Okay, you are the bird I've been looking for because you have this type of nest to contribute to this bonus card. You have only 2 egg slots, so you can help me out with this bonus card. You are in the wetlands, and you are a brown activating power. I am going to play you. I am looking forward to playing you. You will help me potentially win my game. All right. Anyone want to give us some free food? No? Okay. Let's see. I need to lay eggs and gain food before I can play the willet. I will lay eggs first because the chance of my receiving free food from another player is higher than my chance of receiving free eggs from another player. There's just many, many birds that give you free food and that give free food to every player or at least one other player. There's not very many birds. There are some, for sure, but there's not as many birds that give free eggs to other players. Just admiring the other birds and the... See, there we go. There's a free food. There's a free nectar. Now I do not have to gain food. I can just play not the stubble quill. See, it's way too sensitive. My mouse is right here. It's not even in the middle of the willet, and I move it over a tiny bit, and it goes onto the stubble quill. Like that. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I don't like that. Okay, so I can just play the willet. I'm gonna spend the egg from the jungle fowl because I'm trying to save up my eggs in my bowl nests for this goal. The jungle fowl lays eggs on itself. That's not as much of a concern because it has so many egg slots that I'm not worried about them getting full.
Willet. Willets feed during the day and the night.
Me too. That's really not true, actually. I'm not as much of a big nighttime snacker as I used to be. Trying, man. Trying. Alright, so let's see. So we've now got 2 birds with the ground nest. I think that's the official name for it. I'm not actually sure. So if we do play this double quill, we'll have 3, but we want 6. Alright, so we need 3 more if we're going to go for this goal. The common moorhen would count because it's a star nest, but it's got so many egg slots that it's not helpful toward this goal, and its power does not really make sense to me. Like, yeah, it's always great to be able to play a bird for free, basically, without spending a turn, but the circumstances needed to achieve this are just not very likely. You need to have a food in your inventory that you're okay with discarding. You need to have enough food and eggs on hand to be able to play the bird. It can only be played in your wetlands. If you have the common moorhen, then you already have like one fewer slot in your wetlands. It's just like for a brown power that you could theoretically activate every time you draw bird cards, it's not one that you would really have the opportunity to use that often. So there's like a couple birds with this type of power, and I find myself never using them. Like I might play them to achieve one of my other goals, you know, just if they're what I happen to find, but I generally avoid them. Was I did I want to get more birds right now? I just clicked on that kind of by default. I think I do because, okay, I have a nectar that I would like to spend. I do want to gain eggs or lay eggs at some point, but I've got 4 more turns to do that. So let's at least look at some more birds. Eurasian jay, you're really pretty too. I've never noticed like the color detail. You know, on my iPad, a smaller screen, I never really paid attention before. It's not super helpful, but with only 3 egg slots, it might be worth playing. I'm not sure. I like the idea of filling up my forest to get more food for my magpie and then my stubble quail eventually. And so I'm not ruling out the Eurasian jay, but I'm not super excited about it either. Eurasian kestrel. It's cute. Oh, that's a decent power. I'm more tempted to play you over the Eurasian jay because you're cheaper. You only cost 1 food versus 3, and you're only 1 point less. And both of you are point scoring, not resource giving. I can play the Eurasian kestrel right away, basically. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Roll all the dice outside of the bird feeder. What does this symbol mean? It means that there's 2 dice and I'm rolling them. Okay. That's just a different interface for this power that I'm used to seeing. It must have updated when the Asia expansion came out. I'm trying to figure out if I should lay eggs. Oh! Thank you for the free egg, rock pigeon. If I should lay eggs before or after playing the Eurasian kestrel. Let's see. Okay, so for the red jungle fowl, I need there to be fewer than 6 other eggs. I've got 3 right now. If I lay 2, that's 5, so I will still get the free egg. See, I would rather... I need to spend an egg to play him, and I would rather spend an egg from the jungle fowl who has this type of nest than the bull nest, because I'm trying to save that up. So I think I will lay eggs now, and then get the free egg on the jungle fowl that I can then spend to play the kestrel. And then I still have 1 more turn if I want to draw birds or do something else. I do need to start thinking about actually working on this bonus card, because I don't like that I only have a single bird here. So would it make more sense to play the Eurasian kestrel in my grasslands? Now I'm thinking it would. Because I'm gonna need a whole bunch of turns to actually fill up these nests if I want to do that. I'm torn because I also want to have extra chances to gain more food from the bird feeder, mostly for the stubble quail. The blue magpie, you know, I'm not really going for his round end goal. I mostly played him for these 9 points to help this bonus and just to have, you know, another bird in the forest to help increase my ability to get food. I think it makes better sense to play the Eurasian kestrel in the grasslands because by doing so, I allow myself a potential 3rd egg. I know I'm not going to be playing all of these birds, so I wouldn't mind discarding some of them for an extra egg. I have an additional nectar right now. I can also spend that nectar for the egg because I'm going to lose the nectar otherwise. There's nothing else. I mean, I could play the Maltese warbler, but it doesn't make sense to do that. So I think it makes the most sense. Play you here. Spend this egg. And then on my next turn, spend the last.
Kestrel. While looking for mice and similar prey, kestrels hover by flying into the wind or by using ridge lift.
Good for them. On my next turn, lay eggs and spend the nectar to get a 3rd egg. I do still want to keep an eye on the wetlands just in case my dream bird comes up. Why did it switch me back over here? Oh, okay, another nectar. Thank you. I can't do anything with you. But you are helpful. Thank you, pigeon. I'm gonna lose one of those nectar. It doesn't matter because they were free. Or no, maybe I can use it for the round end power, I guess. Yeah, because I think you do your powers before you lose the nectar. So actually no, it's still useful to have the nectar. Okay. All right, but I still want to spend one of them on an extra egg because I really do want to be putting down as many eggs as possible before I lose all my turns. All right, so I'll play one here. And then, all right, now I have 3 birds with full nests. Awesome. Oh wait, what was your power? Roll any 3 dice. If you're, okay. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter which ones I roll. No rats. Rats, no rats. Okay, and yeah, I don't get the red jungle fowl's power because I already have too many eggs. Okay. How am I doing? 2 birds out of 6 for this one. 3 out of 7 for this one. I'm not doing too great. And you consider this the halfway point because it's 2 rounds done, but it's more than halfway because you get fewer turns every round. This is not my best game, guys. Select food when you supply and then click on birds to cache on each of your other birds. Okay. I'll just cache it on the robin because he's already got some food. He can just get more food. I did win that round, so that's great. All right, new birds. What have we got? The black vulture is not bad. It potentially gives me free food. It only has 1 egg slot that I would need to fill up. Oops, that was not what I wanted to click. I wanted to click on my European turtle dove. It does not have this type of nest, but that's not the end of the world. It doesn't cost any food to play, which is really helpful. And it can be played, it would need to be played in my forest, which can help get me some more food. Alright, I will draw one from the deck. Mallard, okay. I am gonna draw and play. Darn. The black vulture. Like, you know, I'm a little concerned that I'm like splitting myself between trying to get these two rather than focusing on one. So the mallard has 4 egg slots to fill, but I don't necessarily need to fill all of them. I'm definitely not going to get this power because I only have one of that type of nest. I don't have any star nests. It would have been nice. Maybe I should have played the gray warbler when I had the chance. Okay.
Black vulture. Turkey vultures have a better sense of smell, so black vultures follow them to food.
No scavengers. Alright. When another player's hunt succeeds, gain a food. I don't even know if my other players have predatory birds that they're using. I could go and check their boards, I just never do. I know it's a function of the game that you can do, and maybe strategically it would make sense to. I just never found the need to. Draw 2 new bonus cards and keep 1. I do not want to do that. I'm already like it. No, it's always a good idea to have more bonus cards because it could be something that you already are working on. There's lots of bonus cards that complement each other. And there's some that you know, have just like accidentally. The problem is, yeah, spending resources for it. Obviously, I have many bird cards and I don't intend to play them all, but I do want to use some of the cards as discards for extra eggs. If I can get another bird in my grassland, then I can discard 2 birds to get 2 extra eggs, and I might need to do that. So I don't think it's worth. Or is it? Because if the mallard gives me extra. Oh man, decisions. The mallard will give me extra cards. Do I still want to try and gain more birds? Because I'm running out of turns here. You're right, I've got 4 more turns in this round. I've got 5 turns in the last round. Like, I'm running out of time to be able to achieve my goals that I've already set. I've only got 7 birds. Like, I could math it out, try to like actually plan my turns, you know, get food, but there's too many. Like, there's 9 turns left. That's just too many. With too many variables. You know what? I'm gonna go for the bonus card. Maybe it's something good. I am gonna spend cards for it. I have 1 nectar, and I'm going to use it to play my mallard. I want to save my eggs because I need them. Alright, so I will discard. Like, now I'm having the opposite problem now. I'm like, Yeah, I move my mouse like all the way over. And alright. I'm not gonna play the white-faced heron. Come on. See, like this, and the other way, it took me all the way scooched over before. Whatever. And I'm not gonna play you. Okay, you guys go bye-bye. Not worth it. Not worth it, not worth it. Um, birds that eat only worms. That's I have one of those. If I'd played the American oyster catcher, I would have had two. Um, I'm trying to decide. All right, this already it does give me 2 points already. This one only gives me 1 point. This is, I think, my least favorite bonus card, by the way. Actually, both of these. These two are my two. These two are my two least favorite bonus cards in this whole game. Actually, I don't know because I haven't had that much exposure to the Asia expansion bonus cards, so maybe there's some in there that I would like less. But no, these are literally my least two favorites. Because I'm trying to think. All right, so this one gives me 2 points now. This one I could potentially get 3 points from, but I don't know. Like, okay, so the mallard has 4 slots. The stubble quill has 6 slots, so I would theoretically. All right, I will take breeding manager because I would like to. All right, it only gives me 1 point now, but it has the potential to give me 2 more points. I'm like spending all this time like going back and forth over the difference of a 1 point difference. Like, why? All right. I'm definitely not getting to 6 for my enclosure builder. You know, I should get to 4. All right. Alrighty. No, I'm not trying to. It's too sensitive when I don't need it to be, and it's not sensitive enough when I do need it to be.
Mallard. Mallards are among the most abundant ducks in the world.
I know, you see them in every pond you find. Okay, I do want to start collecting food from my stubble quail. So I'm choosing a worm here because I won't lose it at the end of the round. I'm trying to decide if I want to try and play the stubble quill before I gain, before I lay any more eggs. I do appreciate all these extra eggs from the rock pigeon. Thank you so much. Let's see, I want 6 food for it. If I discard the Eurasian jay, I can go up to 4 food. I think it's, of course, I also need a food to actually play it, either a worm or a grain. Yeah. This has not been my best game, I think. Well, that's just rude. Alright, I guess I won't get a free point for my South Island Robin. Okay. Because the problem with the Black Vulture is I can't count on it. You know, I can't assume that I'm going to get free food from it. It's just like, if it happens, it happens. But I need... Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 1 more food. Because I need 6. Maybe I just take the 5. Well, I've still got... Alright, I've got 2 more turns. What I can do is I can spend 1 turn getting more birds. And if I do not get an extra free food in that time, I can just lay 5 eggs on the stubble quail and then actually do the laying eggs action for the last one. I'm trying to figure out, like, does it make sense to draw bird cards or to lay eggs? If I lay eggs, I will get 2 eggs. I could spend to get a third, but I need my resources. If I gain bird cards, I get 3. Because of my mallard, I get an opportunity to score points, which is not very good with only 1 food outside of the bird feeder. But then it gives me birds to discard on my next turn. And it also, it gives me the potential for more birds for this goal. I don't know if I'll have time to play them because I'm trying to focus on this goal, but I'm getting close, 5 out of 7, and the stubble quail will get me to 6. So maybe there'll be time, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's just get some birds, see what we've got. No, thank you. Oh, you're really cool looking. Wow. There's such beautiful birds in the Asia expansion. Okay. Oh, the Ryebill. You're tempting. You're tempting, Mr. Ryebill. I might consider playing you. I've had no successful hunts with the Willet. Oh well. Oh. I might try and go for him, I think. He's also only got 2 egg slots, so that's easier to achieve. But he also costs 2 eggs to play. So I don't know if it's worth it. Alright, a free food. Yes, I wanted that. Oh, I had my fish stolen. Okay. Yeah. I'll just take a worm. I could take a nectar because I'm gonna spend everything with my stubble quail, but I'm already at my gold star for nectar, and I'm gonna be spending 2 of them already. So yeah, it's possible that someone else could overtake me in the next round, but I would rather be able to hang on to the food into the next round. The Ryebill eats a worm, so I could use that for him. Alright. I only have 3. This is 4, this is 5. Like, I'm not going to get to 6. So it doesn't matter if I have 4 or 5. I would get 4 points either way, but the Ryebill could help me out in other ways. It could give me another bonus card that I'm not going to achieve. Okay. Alright, last turn of the 3rd round. Let's play the stubble quail. Okay, I will spend a nectar for it to eat. I'll spend this egg that I got from the rock pigeon.
Stubble quail. This common quail's kidneys are adapted to need very little water.
Okay. So, like, does it live in the desert or something? Hmm. I mean, it does kind of look like it'd be a desert bird. I know nothing about it. Okay. All right. Boom. Okay, all right, I have 0 food. I needed that food for. Okay, so the worm I was saving for the rye bill. I should have known that. I did know that. I knew that I had exactly the right amount of food for this double quail. So I don't know why I thought I had an extra. Not that it matters. Um, all right. Once again, I can't do anything with this power, so there's no point. All right. So, all right, I just need to fill up one more bird's nest. So if I can play. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get that one. I'm actually surprised that I. Oh, all right, 2 points for third place, sure. Um, oof. Okay, 5 turns. I definitely need to lay eggs. I basically need to lay eggs twice. Um, because if I'm going to play the rye bill, then I'm spending eggs to fill him up. So I think it makes more sense to play him before I lay eggs. I need to get food for him though. So gain food, play the rye bill, lay eggs, and then we'll see what else I do after that. I don't know. Okay. Alright, so I will get a nectar and a worm. If the black vulture does end up just giving me free food, I can use it for the Sri Lanka blue magpie. I don't think I'll get the opportunity to find a 6th bird for the enclosure builder, but you never know. I didn't want to spend any more of my bird cards for extra food because I want to spend them on eggs. The western meadowlark would have been great to have earlier in the game. Cool. I will take a free nectar and I will definitely take a free egg. Okay, let's play the rye bill.
Ryebill. The ryebill's beak always curves to the right. The shape may aid it in foraging under rocks.
Okay, let's see. I'm not gonna go for any of these bonus cards. I'm taking what I've got, and so whichever's the highest bidder wins. So this one gives me 4 points. 0, 2, 1, 3. 3. I'm not even looking at what the powers do. I'm just looking at how many points they give me, which is this last row. And because I'm not really intending to play any more birds. If I happen to get one more for this, but I don't think I will get the opportunity. There's only 3 turns left, and I'm not intending to use any of them gaining more birds. Yeah, so birds that eat rats. Sure, only 2, but that's 4 points. I'll take it. Sure, I'll take a rat. maybe I'll be given a free bird card with a rat. Sure, I don't know. I don't think I've been the recipient of many, if any, free birds this round. This game, I mean to say. Yeah, and this one I intended, oh, thank you. I intended to get a third bird for that. I don't know if I'll get the chance. Okay. I've got 3 turns left. If I were to play the Chimney Swift, it would get me to 6 for the enclosure builder. But I don't have the food to play it. It would cost me 2 eggs no matter which habitat I play it in. So it does not make sense to take it right now. It makes sense to lay more eggs. Discard. Discard. No, not you. I'm not. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. You have not had any successful hunts either, Mr. Kestrel. Yes, I know that. Thank you, Mr. Junglefowl. Okay. Alright, so I have achieved this bonus with 7 birds. I do have two eggs left over in my Eurasian Kestrel if I wanted. I'm thinking. I don't need to lay any more eggs for this one. If I spend another turn laying 4 eggs in either the mallard or the jungle fowl, that gives me 1 extra point plus the points of the eggs themselves, which are obviously 1 point each. If I were to play another bird with this nest, okay, so yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because I would need 2 turns to be able to achieve that. So that's, because I would need, and I've got 2 turns left, so I would need to draw the bird in question, and I would need to play it. And that would be my 2 turns to get 3 extra points. Right now, both the chimney swift and the white-headed duck would count, but I do not have the food on hand to play either of them. So I would need to get a free food from my black vulture. There is no guarantee that that would happen. So I would be wasting a turn for no reason. So what makes the most sense right now is to just spend both of these turns laying eggs. I can lay 6 eggs altogether, more if I get more food, because I can discard food for more eggs. I have 2 food. I'm just gonna do that. That's the best use of my time at this time. Yeah, it's not worth the difference from getting from 4 to 7 points. That's only a difference of 3 points. This is 4 points. So, and I can do 4 for the mallard, and then that gives me another point here. Oh, I finally have a successful hunt with the kestrel here. I am aware of that. I know, you've told me. if I had played these two eggs um, uh, on the red jungle fowl instead of the Eurasian kestrel, then I could have gotten another point from this one, but I was trying to fill up the nest. I didn't know that I would make it this far without the kestrel, but that's fine. Rats. Alright, so I do not get another free food to spend for an egg this time around, so I missed out on 1 point there. Um, unless the rock pigeon comes in at the last moment. Rock pigeon, are you gonna come save me? Yes, yes, I'm catching a rat. The number of eggs is too damn high. I don't even know who has the rock pigeon, because I was not paying close enough attention. But it looks like whoever had it did not activate it. I cannot activate your power. I have no extra food. Yeah, I don't know if it was worth it to play this guy or not. He gave me 1 extra point with the one time I was able to catch nectar. And, you know, he himself is 9 points. I suppose he did help out in this eggs and bull nest goal, but I won that one by quite a lot, so I didn't really need him. But I mean, he helped me get extra food. I did need that. I think there was a time. Was there a time when I spent? Yes, there was a time where I spent a card to get more food. So, you know, so I guess it was worth it to have him around. And he contributed to my rodentologist card. So, there you go. So he was actually worth 11 points, not 9. Yeah. No one had any Mexico nests this time. All right, let's see how I did. Jeez, green goose. We get it. You like nectar. All right, and I won in the grasslands. That's fine. And everyone had lots of nectar in the wetlands. All right. How many birds did I get? 33. Jeez, I needed that Sri Lankan, what, magpie. That's what it was. 18 bonus. All right. I had lots of eggs. Okay. I didn't have any tucked cards this time. That's just how it played out. Oh no, everyone's catching up to me. 99. Okay. Alright. Pretty close game, actually. Alright, I'm trying to think. Okay. You know, what could I have done differently? I mean, I think it worked out fine how it did. I obviously focused a lot on bonus cards. Um, so, you know, 18 points from bonus cards is not bad. And then the eggs helped a lot. You know, they complemented one another. I did not get a lot of points for my actual birds. Um, you know, I played a decent number of them, but yeah, most of them are very low point birds. Obviously, the mallard is 0 points, robin 1, black vulture 2. So, um, but I think 99 points is a pretty decent score. I won. I beat all these bots, which, you know, in my experience is not hard to do. I don't know if that's because I'm actually good at the game or if the AI is actually bad at the game. Either way, but yeah, all right. I'll take a 99 point win. It was fun um, to get my bonus cards. I'm still a little disappointed that I wasn't able to finish this one out, but you know, going for strategy here. I try to, I don't know, I was committed to this one, which I still have no idea how to pronounce that word. Um, this was my first bonus card from the initial game, so I felt the most loyal to it. So, alright, well, that was fun. If anyone is watching, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sunny, I love Wingspan, and I will see you next time.